what's going on, yo? Y'all already know what it is. Let me pull my mic up. Let me turn it up actually. Yeah, that should probably be better. We gonna be reacting to this Rabbi Shmuley exposed, cause I really think he need to be exposed. You know, he's a, you know, you gonna see in this video. I haven't even watched it yet. This is gonna be my reaction. That's why it falls under the DMCA. I'm not stealing this content. I'm reacting to it. So we're gonna get into this. I already know. I'm sure most of you watching this already know about this disgusting food. But yeah, we're gonna subject ourselves to this. Oh, and my desktop audio is not working. Properties, default, no. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Hello, hello. Oh, wait. No, I chose the wrong one. Yo. Okay, we good there. Is it in voice meter input?
Here. Today
There
we're
we
focused on the shady
go.
history of Rabbi
Fixed
Shmuley
it.
and how a Jewish political insider is hiding in plain sight.
So in our 20s, Shmuley, we would argue like crazy.
I was about to say, yeah, before I read that down there, I was like, is that Cory Booker with Rabbi Shmuley? Like I said, I haven't seen this before. I didn't even know about
he told me
this.
it's the Jewish way. And we would sit at Shabbat tables and discuss issues of the day. We would discuss.
All right, I'm gonna try not to interrupt too much, but like, did you hear this? He's literally Shabbos Goy. Like, this is crazy. He's like sucking up to his master. Yes, master. Yes, master. Like, come on, man. It's ridiculous. Like, you ain't even Jewish. They call you a goyim. Complete sellout. All for money.
To students. We would discuss everything, quite bluntly, from sex and relationships all the way to current events.
Well, with sex, you taught me everything I know.
Hold on. Let's go back real quick. What did I just step into here?
Well,
from sex and relationships to students. We would discuss everything, quite bluntly, from sex and relationships all the way to
With students?
well, with sex, you taught me everything I know.
And his response is, you taught me everything I know. I don't know. Am I missing something? Like, yeah, what they're saying is weird, but it doesn't even make any sense.
That's why I wrote Kosher Sex later.
Well, that's the funny thing about
And this is something I know about, and I'm sure he's going to get into later on. Absolutely insane.
it is we argued over kosher sex. Now I warn you all.
Is Cory Booker Jewish?
Strongly warn you all that if you have a friend that is an author, do not tell them your personal stories. Because if you read Shmuley's books now, he's of course he respects my identity and obscures it. He says I have a friend named Cornelius, who is the mayor of Newark, Delaware. It's not you, Corey, I swear.
Today, we're going to get
What?
to the bottom of those lost libidos and tell you how to have more sex in your life with the help of TLC's Shalom in the Home, Rabbi Shmuley Boteach.
We're going to put those skills to the test today because Ali's going to be the first one up that mountain. Your husband's life is going to be in your hands, literally. This is it. And if you guys...
Dude, am I just like fried to the bone, or like, do I have no idea what I'm watching right now? Like, this does not make any sense what I'm watching right now.
Work together with confidence.
Like, what are they, rock climbing? What does this have to do with Rabbi Shmuley? They're rock climbing on Dr. Phil?
Then Delora, who looks a bit frightened right now, will see that mommy and daddy are confident, they love each other. There's no
Oh,
reason
is
to fear.
that Rabbi Shmuley back in the day? Are you serious? That's Rabbi Shmuley. Like, what year was this recorded? Like, he did not age. I mean, it looks pretty old, but it could be like early 2000s. He did not age well at all.
Oprah's called him America's rabbi, and he's been everywhere. The head rabbi of Oxford University, the elite halls of Congress, and Michael Jackson's Inner Circle.
Shmuley, you have
What?
a number of books that you have written.
Michael Jackson's Inner Circle? Didn't Michael Jackson hate the Jews? Didn't he, like, not like Jewish people? Isn't that why they had him killed? Yeah, we're going to have to edit that heavily before this goes on to YouTube. But you'll still get the gist of what I'm saying.
You've been an author. You are the founder of the Oxford L'chaim Society. You were in Oxford for many years. And now you are a pop author for the book.
And that just shows you, like, his extreme ideologies and stuff is mainstream Israeli Zionist. Like, that's just what they all believe. He's in there teaching this in colleges in Israel, pretty much. You know, oh, exterminate the Goyim. Like, really? I mean, it's fine. Do what you're going to do. Go be a Satanist somewhere else. But don't use my tax dollars to do it.
Most part, you become popular. You're well known in the whole United States. You do book signings in major bookstores. How did you go from being an Orthodox rabbi, a shaliach, a messenger of the Lubavitcher Rebbe, to someone who became a popular author and someone whose books are now sold in every major bookstore in the country?
Well, I wouldn't say that I went from being an Orthodox rabbi to.
Well, when I say that,
something
you're right,
else.
not from, which I say, how did you include that in your path?
Well, the ancient biblical prophecy was that the Jews would serve as light unto the nations. Now, clearly, that means that we have values and we have teachings which are valuable to the entire world and not just to our community. So, in my years at Oxford, we always had many non-Jewish students who attended our events. The L'chaim Society was distinguished for perhaps at times even having more non-Jewish members than Jewish members, and that was something we were very proud of. To us, that didn't lead to assimilation. On the contrary, it led to principled integration of two communities who both serve God in different ways, but for whom the Jews could really bring. I mean, my dream was to try to bring Jewish spirituality to a much wider audience, and the books are just an outgrowth of that philosophy.
And Jewish spirituality, what he means by that is not the Torah. He means, I wouldn't say overtly the Talmud, because it says any goy that peers into the Talmud is worthy of, you know, you all know what it says. But yeah, they think that we should be euthanized because we peer into their religious book. These people don't believe in the Torah, but they openly say that they believe in the Torah and the Kabbalah. Look into the Kabbalah. It's almost just as bad, except it doesn't have, like, child abuse in it. So it's almost like, yeah, I don't know if they're going to get into it in this video, but yeah, this is what he's talking about right now. This rabbinical blasphemy. Even if you were like a traditional Jew, like from the Old Testament, like a lot of people think that they are. This is not what he's talking about.
I did it in terms of activism and programming, and now in terms of writings as well. By the way, I wish they were as successful and as pervasive as you say, and may it be so, but not quite.
God willing, even more successful in the future. But I think that a lot of people know you. They see you on TV. They see you in the news. As of late, you're
Okay, I think this might be very old. That's probably why he looks like that.
Newsreels with Michael Jackson and your foundation that you're working on together. Can you tell us a little about that? Tell me, how
Er,
did you and Michael Jackson first meet each other? Was he, you didn't go to one of his concerts and run into him and.
Okay, here's when they talk about Michael Jackson.
I would have attended one of his concerts because I was always a great fan of his talent. I mean, he's a phenomenal singer and dancer.
Yes.
But we actually met through our mutual friend Uri Geller, the famous paranormalist and psychic with whom I've written a book called The Psychic and the Rabbi. So Uri called me up about 2 years ago, and he said to me,
And like, if you read Leviticus, that's like unacceptable. Like, you're supposed to stone these people for those beliefs. Like, I don't. Let's see what he says. Let's see what he says about it.
At the time, and he said, Michael Jackson's in New York. Would you like to meet him? And I said, well, I called The Psychic and the Rabbi. So, the famous paranormalist and psychic with whom I've written a book called The Psychic and the Rabbi.
Yeah, so he's co-authoring a book with a psychic called The Psychic and the Rabbi. That's it. Would you ever see the priest and the psychic? Like, it doesn't make it. These people are not following the same. Like, if you think about Judean Christian values, I have to say it that way so it doesn't get picked up by the algorithmer. And that's also how I have to say that so that it doesn't flag what I just said before and give me a strike on my channel. So, I don't know. Let's see about Michael Jackson.
So Uri called me up about 2 years ago, and he said to me, I was visiting New York from England at the time, and he said, Michael Jackson's in New York. Would you like to meet him? And I said, well, if you really twist my arm, if you really put the pressure on me, I'll try to accommodate it within my schedule. So
He is trying to act like he is bigger than Michael Jackson. Like, do you hear this dude?
And we had a meeting at his townhouse that he was renting at the time, and surprisingly,
He's racist. It's because these people don't like the Moorish people. He's racist.
our friendship took off. We just felt we had a lot in common, and we enjoyed each other's conversation and company, and it went from there.
Did you and he ever discuss the accusations that were made upon him and before you got involved in the society that you've formed together and that you're running? Did you discuss those problems and how to deal with them as they're brought to your attention?
Well, there's little that we haven't discussed. I mean, like any two friends, all kinds of subjects come up. I wouldn't say that we discussed how to deal with them because Michael's been dealing with it ever since it happened. Against Michael,
All while avoiding serious allegations like family arms dealing, tax dodging, Benjamin.
But they didn't. And to me, that is a phenomenal sign of innocence.
He's been photographed with numerous world leaders like Benjamin Netanyahu, Ted Cruz, RFK Jr., and even the Dalai Lama, all while avoiding serious allegations like family arms dealing, tax dodging, and public feuds with Candace Owens.
I mean, is that really supposed to be? I don't know. None of that sounded necessarily too terrible. Wait, what did the caption say? I didn't see. Fighting it. Oh yeah. This is disgusting. I had hope in him too, but I was an idiot.
Historic discussion. Historic not only because it brings together two of the foremost personalities.
And like, what is this fool doing in Congress next to? I don't know if this is Congress. I might be wrong. It doesn't really look like. Nah, I think it does look like this. It doesn't look like the Senate though. I don't know where this is. But sitting next to Ted Cruz with a bunch of foreigners, non-Americans in the audience.
And indeed the world.
Like, what has happened to our country? Did this used to happen 30, 40, 20 years ago?
But because the privilege of hearing Nobel Peace Laureate Elie Wiesel on any occasion is itself historic. My friends, Elie Wiesel is the living face of the 6 million murdered victims of the Holocaust. He is a
Yeah. You know, I think he's being a little light there. I think that it was around 80 million. 80 million died in the Holocaust, and they were all Jews. Yeah, 80 million. Yeah. And then they burned all the transgender books so that all the children couldn't get transgendered surgery. K- The Nazis were so evil and they did so many evil things. Man, I just hate the Nazis so much. So much worse than the Soviets. Unironically, yes, I believe this.
living conscience of mankind. One of the most respected human beings alive. He brings a moral authority
Who? Who's the
on
most
issues
respected
that
person
he
alive?
addresses that is utterly unmatched.
Elie Wiesel? Yeah, no. I don't
I
really
am
give.
personally grateful
I don't know who the
for
fuck that is.
25 years of friendship and mentorship that he has given me.
Who?
Amidst my many flaws and foibles, Rabbi Eliezer. And for always rising to the occasion when the Jewish people find themselves in danger.
It started.
Danger after you fucking bomb Lebanon and invade their borders. Like, really? Unbelievable. If you want to do that on your own, whatever, it's still fucked. But demanding tax dollars is crazy. What other country is doing this shit? I mean, Ukraine. But if you look at behind that, who's behind that, it's the same people as this.
But then the 87-year-old Dalai Lama asked this boy to kiss him on the lips and then suck his tongue.
Ugh, what the? Why are we talking about this?
Icon, you get nicked for that, wouldn't you? People, you
I don't care about this dude, bro. He's not American.
Head rabbi of Oxford University at just 22 years old to rubbing shoulders with the world elites, and also why is he tied in with so many scandals?
What made you you? Your father, your parents, your upbringing. Where do you come from as a person, first of all?
Well, I'm a Jewish American.
Okay, so any other question than I was created in the image of God, you're not religious. You're not an ally of the Christian faith. I'll tell you that much.
was born in Los Angeles. My parents divorced when I was a young boy, 8. That famously had a very painful impact on my life. It's funny because divorce today is so commonplace. People don't think twice about it, but I did. It bothered
Oh wow, even a broken clock that's been smashed into a million pieces can be right once in like a billion years.
me. My mother moved us to Miami, where her parents were, so I was raised in Miami. But that's what got me writing books about relationships, because by the time I came to become the rabbi at
Writing relationships about. I mean, is that really? I don't know.
Oxford University,
Like, how do these people operate? That seems really weird. And when we get into, I'm sure he's going to talk about the Kosher Sex company that he started with his daughter, right? These are the people that were supporting and paying for their health care and, letting them bomb their enemies with our money. And yeah, their lead rabbi, respected rabbi, has a dildo shop with his daughter. Like, I don't think I could come up with anything fucking weirder than that. Like, are you kidding me? Like, it's gonna be unbelievable when we get into that. And it's gotta be in here. Let me check the timestamps. And if it's not, then I'm gonna pull it up in this video. Kabbalah connection, I'm 100% involving this kosher sex business. We're gonna go to it now just because I was talking about it.
Rabbi Shmuley also has a sex toy company called Kosher Sex, but it gets much weirder. He runs the company with his own daughters. Now, to me, the idea of selling dildos and sex toys with my daughter is absolutely disgusting and vile, and I think most Gentiles feel this way.
Center of Jerusalem, Kosher Sex store. This is where the action is, quite literally.
What? I don't even want to hit play. Like,
Tell us about the oils, because this is the first product that we've labeled with Kosher Sex,
Our
and
first
it's made
Kosher
in
Sex
Israel.
product, so special. No,
this is so strange and disturbing to be this hyped about this with your daughter. Let me move my camera so that you can see, like, so that you can see, like, her face. This is
these are
weird.
actually hemp seed infused. So there's one for men and one for women, but these are like very elevating, arousing lubricants. But they do take, and one's a delay spray for men, but they do
Your
take, like,
dad
5 to
is
10
right
minutes
next to
absorb.
you.
But that's the whole point. That couples, they have like 5-10 minutes to not just rush into things and just enjoy each other and be playful and take their time.
I love that. I love
but made in Israel-
Oh, I love that. I love that. Really? You creepy motherfucker. Like, how were you raised that this is just normal, that you can think that you can put this online? This is our culture. You know, there's no, oh yeah, it's not all of them. It's not all of them, guys. Trust me, it's not. They're right. It's not all of them. Yeah. Let's continue.
Yes, exactly. Especially when it comes to intimacy, that's for sure. But yeah, made in Israel, and we're doing a special
Made in
discount
Israel.
code. Yes. With a you get 10% off with a Kosher Sex discount, right? Kosher Sex at checkout, and then there's free shipping within the U.S., but not in Israel. Sorry, you can get them. You can go to the shop and get them here. But these
Wait,
guys
what's
are
the
so
discount code
proud.
again?
Kosher
My daughter has
Sex.
to remember, you got to say something 3 times for
Kosher
the person
Sex,
to remember.
Kosher Sex, Kosher Sex.
I'm not even gonna say, like, you have to say it 3 times. You getting off on that? Look at his face, man. Look at his face. Look at his face, bro. Oh my God. After you just made your daughter say that 3 times, like, I mean, she doesn't look like she minds. She's just as bad.
What is it?
Kosher
With a
dot
space?
Sex. No, just Kosher Sex.
Okay.
The website is
And then she's
kosher.sex.com.
saying it again.
But yes, elevate
Kosher.sex
your
is the
relationship,
website.
invest in your relationship, and also support Israeli business.
Okay, now hang on a second.
Yeah.
All of
He
the
gonna say
anti-Semites
some weird
attacked
shit.
us over Kosher Sex, and our response is make love and war. We're going to destroy the anti-Semites because they are a menace to humanity. They hate God. They hate God's children, and the Jewish people, as the nation of God's choosing to promote God's love to all of humanity.
What?
Yeah.
We don't back down. We love the idea of make love and war. Israel will
They
destroy
don't
us.
faze me at all. I know that what I'm doing is
That's why
so.
So they're talking about making love in the sense of fucking, right? While making war. Like these are supposed to be religious people. I mean, they're not, clearly. Like, not in our sense, if you have any brain cells in your head. But if you're disagreeing with anything in this video or what I'm saying, this is not meant for you, and I think that you should be deported. So, yeah, let's get into it.
It's so helpful to couples. I get people in here thanking me and telling me that some of these products have saved their marriages. Saved a
So
marriage.
what happened to the mojo? Listen, all the anti-Semites need a mojo, like the Mohammedan job, and that mojo
Save their marriages. Like, can you even divorce?
job may somehow.
I
purge
doubt
the
you
man.
could
We'll
divorce
do
as a
that
Jew.
well.
Can we do a hashtag mojo?
MOJOB, not hashtag, just MOJOB
Mojob.
or Kosher Sex at checkout at kosher.sex.
Mojob was in London the other day.
Is this it? I'm tired of hearing about this.
Kosher Sex. First of all, because your father authored the book, right? And secondly, because Linda's wife, they shall be.
Okay,
Give me my
this
book,
might be
right?
weirder.
I'm the author of Kosher Sex, which is why it's not a
This is the original
Oh my God, it's
Kosher
amazing.
Sex
This is,
copy.
that's 25 years old.
I found this, yeah.
And I love that because it's based
This
on
is our logo. This
Genesis.
is when we made the logo.
Well, it's two becoming one.
Yeah.
Therefore shall a man, Genesis 2:24. Therefore shall a man leave his father, leave his mother. He shall cleave unto his wife. They shall become one flesh. They shall become one giant tree with fruit-bearing trees. But the reason, and I always love that. So thank you for having that.
Chana, there's two reasons why you named it Kosher Sex. First of all, because your father authored the book, right? And secondly,
Okay, maybe this isn't as weird because it's not sex toys, but the sex toys is very, very strange. Um, Public personality, we already went over that. Let's see the Shabbat. Let's see what he's got to say.
But Oxford never had more than between 600 to 1,000 Jewish students any given year, and Chabad now has emissaries at every campus. Back then, there were only maybe 10, 15 campuses. So why Oxford? I mean, why didn't we go to Harvard first, where there were 5,000 Jewish students, NYU 6,000 Jewish students? And I think it's because the Rebbe understood that Oxford was one of the crossroads of Western intellectual civilization, and that people from there would go on to make a very big impact. Here you are, Jake. You're the editor of the world's oldest English language Jewish newspaper. Some of our students became senators, like Cory Booker, with whom I would have he was my closest friend.
Okay, so, motherfucker, are you American or are you Jewish? Right? They told everybody else, you come over here, you gotta assimilate, you gotta be Christian, you gotta do all this, all that. But then you can come over here with all this bullshit? No.
He famously had a falling out over his Iran vote in 2015. We could talk about that if you want. But the mayor of Los Angeles, Eric Garcetti, now America's ambassador to India. But for me, most importantly, Israel's Minister of Strategic Affairs, Ron Dermer, who was Israel's ambassador to the United States for 8 years, really like a brother to me till this very day. He was one of the people in the 5-person war cabinet. He was our L'Chaim Society president from 94 to 96. The Rebbe kind of foresaw that a lot of these students would have an outsized impact.
Now, who is Chabad
Okay, here we go.
Well, that's going to be a separate video because that's extremely complex. They're a very strange yet powerful organization with extreme influence. Almost every single American president has met with.
I just wanted him to speak on this because I have recently read into the Shabbat and all that, but I'm sure that he will know more than me about this particular subject that I just came across. Oh, and now I can't hear him. This is great.
Them, including Donald Trump, Ronald almost a very
cabinet. He was our
organization with extreme influence. Almost every single American president has met with them, including Donald Trump, Ronald Reagan, Obama, include other world leaders like Vladimir Putin.
I mean, and also all the presidents are related except Trump. I'm not endorsing Trump. You know, he's the same as all the rest of them, but like blood related, every single one of them, including Obama. And that's a fact.
Been the friendship to the Jewish world of the president of Russia, which is Vladimir Putin. And you have to ask yourselves, why is this so? I heard a great line from a professor of mathematics, Novosibirsk. He told me like this: Putin may not be good for Russia, but he's definitely good for the Jews of Russia. Putin may not be good for Russia, but he's definitely good for the Jews of Russia. Why is he good for the Jews of Russia?
I thought he wanted national banking. How would that be good for them?
Because when Putin was a young child, he lived in an apartment building in St. Petersburg. And he would come home every day from school and his parents were out working. And in the same entrance, in the same apartment or the adjacent apartment, there lived a religious Hasidic family. And when he would...
Oh my. This is the thumbnail. This is the thumbnail. Yo, where's the snipping tool? This is the thumbnail. And we just gonna have to crop that. How do you even do this now? Did it save it already? Oh, screenshots folder, yeah.
Come home and there was nobody to take care of him. They would do his homework together with him. And he spent his youth growing up basically in the house of an Orthodox Jew.
No
so
way.
A tremendous sense of hakaras hatoiv, of
It's everybody.
to the Jews, and what he got, all his childhood friends were Jews. And I also think he sees the positive effect that they have in building Russia as a new country, the fact what the rabbis do in Russia and the shluchim are doing in Russia.
Okay, I'm skipping this. The audio is so bad. The audio is so bad. I'm not subjecting y'all to that. Who is this Argentina dude with the crypto scam? What is he doing? Oh, with the Jews. Okay, so this has just become like I guess it's because he's talking about Shabbat, but
To the spiritual places.
yeah, this video is getting long, but yeah, I just learned some shit about Putin that I definitely did not know at all. And they're playing both sides of the Ukraine war. I just realized that. I mean, I already had a feeling that, like, that's always what happens. Or else one side would just be completely annihilated with the weapons that we have now. But yeah, that just proves it. Massive human sacrifice. Putin isn't a great leader, Napoleon type leader, not even a Hitler type leader. You know, it absolutely ridiculous. Man, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to do some more digging into that. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I might not even edit it. I might just throw it up on the channel and see how it does. But yeah, take it easy. God bless y'all. Stay safe. And make sure you know, keeping prayers up front. Peace.